It's fair to expect justice when it seems a crime has been committed. But tonight, Denver 7 investigates how 3 young people lost their lives and how the case against the likely suspect fell apart. Here is Denver 7 investigator Ryan Luby.
I just never thought it would be us.
No, you never get over it.
I talk to him like he's here, and I feel comfort in that. I get comfort.
No.
He's still telling me, Mom, you gotta push on, you gotta get yourself together, you gotta fight.
No, Sonia Barella will never forget the day she lost her son, Sean. And then the day she and her family learned his legacy will never fully get its day in court.
It was hard. It was heartbreaking because now you're not gonna get the justice that I feel like my son deserves.
See, a little more than a year ago, late summer, we all thought we knew what happened on this northbound stretch of 285 near Conifer, where Sean died and where his friends, Samantha and Chelsea, died. We all thought their friend and owner of this mangled BMW, Alex Granillo Alvarado, had been drinking too much and decided to drive. After all, he admitted on scene to doing so, police records show. The case sure seemed open and shut until months later.
And then they dropped the bomb.
Until DNA said it would not be.
They explained the DNA, and then they said that the DNA was not that of Alex.
His wasn't found anywhere in the driver's compartment of the car, and that it was one of the other occupants driving.
Denver 7 investigates learned the DNA became a sore subject of the investigation between the victims' families, the district attorney, and Colorado State Patrol. The family says the DA's office told them that CSP did not initially do enough to put the pieces of the crash back together as they're tasked to do.
They just said that they wish that State Patrol would have done things
A more thorough job.
And they were sorry for the way it was handled.
Denver 7 also learned the DA's own investigators were so desperate to find more DNA that they did another search of the BMW nearly a full year after the crash. Trouble is, the vehicle was, and still is, outside in a tow yard, exposed to the weather. Needless to say, they could not find any more to put Alex behind the wheel. The case against him dismissed, at least for now.
Is it realistic, though, to expect that this case is going to continue forward?
You never say never, but given the facts and the data that we have right now, reopening the case would be extraordinarily unlikely.
This is Jefferson County District Attorney Pete Weir. Members of his staff, we learned, expressed concerns to the commanders at the Colorado State Patrol directly.
Was this a sloppy investigation, would you say? No, I don't think it was sloppy. I think we had deficiencies. I think there's not a question in my mind or in that of the investigators that we could have done better.
Lieutenant Colonel Matt Packard says because of this case, in large part, the patrol rolled out more training statewide to make sure investigators collect and store and maintain the integrity of evidence as best they possibly can.
I think anytime that we learn that there's holes in our game, that it's incumbent upon us to do a full-blown review to make sure it's not happening in other places.
So this case really was an eye-opener then?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He always had this basketball.
As Sonia Barella walks around Sean's bedroom, much of it just as he left it, she and her family are grateful that investigators are at least owning up to their mistakes.
We just want something to be in place for where it doesn't happen to another family.
But they know none of it will bring Sean back. At the very least, they just hope sharing his story and that of his friends can help them overcome and hopefully save a life, too.
It's a sad situation. It is. It breaks my heart. But I have to find peace in making peace.
In Westminster, Ryan Luby, Denver 7.
And it really is sad. And Alex Granillo Alvarado was badly injured in the crash, and Ryan Luby reached out to him for this story, but he never got back to us.